Buenos tardes, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Buy up, buy up, buy. In a Menudo style of direct fashion, man, we got a lot to get into. So let's do that. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I am kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. We're going up on this channel. And it's all because of you. And for that, I can say I'm very humbled and I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. So, you've been warned, Gun. I've been warned, man. And, you know, every once in a while you'll get hit up, you know, on social media or, you know, as a content creator, you're going to get people that feel a type of way. People pick and choose sides. You know, they get mad at you. They support you one day, then they don't the next. Because you're not always going to tell them what they want to hear. You're not always going to fit the description of what they got going on. You know, they want to laugh with you one day and then laugh at you the next. It's just part of the game. It's what happens, you know. But for 4.5 years, I've been doing this YouTube thing as a content creator, and I speak my mind. I'm going to tell you what's on my mind. I know what to talk about, what not to talk about, how to toe that line, and what I could possibly get away with. And I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and you know, I give everyone their just due. I'm going to keep it real, right down the line, right by the book, right? Like Officer Rick Ross. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing or add preservatives and bullshit you guys. I'll tell you that much. You know, if a rapper can rap, I'll tell you. And it's always based on my opinion. And I know at the end of the day, man, it doesn't mean much. But I'm not going to get scared off my block, meaning I'm not going to get scared off what I got going on. Okay? What I have going on is what I have going on. I respect everybody, all the raza, all the brothers, the whites, everybody. They get my utmost respect. And I think that has shown over time how, you know, compared to a lot of the other content creators, I stand on that. I stand on that word respect. And I try, you know, to not be politically correct, but to give everyone their flowers, their props. You know, that's just what it is. But anyways, I did a video about Lefty Gunplay and how I just didn't care for the song that he put out. Not because of the message. You know, if he felt, you know, other people were going at him and he felt he should, you know, clap back, he has every right to. He has every right to defend his honor, defend his name. And, you know, it's not like he's out there in the street smoking people. He's in a booth, man, putting lyrics, you know, on paper, putting lyrics on a mic. So that's cool. That's cool. I recognize that, respect that. And I know a lot of people go back and forth, and especially it's been pretty evident lately that the North and South has been heating up as far as on rap tracks. There's been a lot of disrespect going on. Now, in order to be a real gang member and a real gangbanger, you know, real members, real people that are about the business don't really talk about it. They just handle it, right? But we're in a different era, different age where people have something to say, and if they feel disrespected, they're going to fucking say something back. You know, that's like, you push me, no, you push me, no, you push me, you know, hit me first. Eventually someone's going to hit. Someone's going to come out swinging, and of course the other guy has to swing back. So it's understandable that Lazy Boy, Rico Too Smooth, Chito Ranas, Lefty Gunplay, even Swifty Blue in the past, all of them have disrespected either the North or the South, back and forth. And that's just what it is, man. If they want to gangbang in the booth, they're going to gangbang in the booth. But I was warned, right? And I don't take warnings very lightly. But at the end of the day, man, I just wanted to explain to you guys exactly what happened. So I'm on my social media, and I don't do much social media besides YouTube and a little bit of TikTok. So someone gets at me. And I can tell by the nature of this character and the way he talks and the way he carries himself that he's pretty educated in the game. Okay? Now, I don't know what side he was from, the North or the South. And either way, man, at the end of the day, there was no threats made. There was nothing like that. But it was basically straight up. He wanted to test my ability as a man to put out the type of content I do. He said he was a big time supporter, and he feels like I'm choosing sides. He feels like because I don't like Lefty Gunplay's music, and I'm not saying I don't like all his music. I said I didn't like that particular song. And to be cut and dry and honest with you, I don't believe he's the most gifted rapper in the world. But then every rapper raps different. There's things I like about him and things I don't like about him. If I don't like a song, I'm going to tell you I don't like a song. I don't care about the North and South message that's being put out. There was a lot more to that song than just a few subtle disses, okay? There was a lot more. I heard the Joe Dirt lyric he said about Lazy Boy. I thought that was funny. I laughed. I thought that was hilarious. Being a comedian myself, but at the end of the day, I realized that it can get tricky. To some people, man, they're hinging on that shit like it's a life or death situation. They're feeling like, man, these guys are their heroes, and they're gonna live vicariously through these guys. Whatever these guys say goes, because they say it goes. So anyways, he gets at me and he says, hey, bro, he says, I don't like the way lately you've been switching sides and choosing. Whoa. Switching sides. What do you mean? Well, you've always showed a lot of respect for the South Side, and now all of a sudden you're showing that old love or that flame still burning for the North Side, right? First of all, I never claimed the North Side. When homeboys used to be like, I'm from the North Side, I used to be like, I'm from the fucking West Side, bro. I'm from the West Side, and I'm a Norteño. That's what I used to tell them. Right? I just never liked the word North Side. It just wasn't for me. I'm not from the North Side of my city, North Side of my town. Those were my enemigas growing up. So I guess to me, it was just different, right? But I understood what they're saying. The northern side of California, the southern side of California, right? To me, California is California. I've always showed respect because I was laced a certain way. Okay, so when he says I'm switching sides up, I'm like, what do you mean switching sides up, bro? I've always been from Northern California. Albeit I'm a Norteño, not in the best of standings, but I'm always going to be from the North, man. Always, right? Does it mean I'm going to pick their side, right or wrong? Absolutely not. I pick my side. I choose the brown side. I choose the raza, period. Doesn't matter what you claim or what you gangbang, what barrio you're from. That's who I choose. I choose to ride with my gente, first and foremost. If I see a Sureño walking down the street and he's getting jumped on by anybody, I'm in it. No questions asked. I don't even think. It becomes second nature. If I see a Norteño walking down the street getting jumped, guess what? I'm in it. It's not even a question. And the reason why is because I'm not going to see my raza beat down in front of me. And I don't give a fuck by who it is. If I see two Norteños and two Southsiders getting down, I'm going to keep on walking. That's it. That's on you guys. I might stop and say, what are you guys doing? Especially if they're youngsters, and try to clecha them up. But again, I ain't trying to get shot. I got my kids that are brown and beautiful to worry about, right? So I'm going to keep on pushing. So when he said that, man, I was like, okay, well, you know, just to give you a little background on me, if you don't know already, you know, you say you're a big supporter. Here's the background on me. At a very young age, I chose to involve myself in a street gang of prominently Northern Hispanics, Norteños, right? That's all I knew. That's all I cared about. I ate, slept, shit, and everything the North did. That's all I gave a fuck about. And I knew who the opposition and the adversaries were. And there was a point in time in my life where I hated the adversaries. I hated the adversaries because I felt that they fought for a whole different grain in the sand, a whole different cause. They weren't what I had going on. And so that automatically made them the opposition. That means they were the other side of coin to me. That means I didn't want to fuck with that side. But see, I had the privilege and the honor, right, of while I was incarcerated, going to Southern California. I believe that was one of the most turning moments in my life. Because I got to see how the other side lived. I was surrounded by the clecha. I was surrounded by the culture. I was surrounded by the way the Southsiders move, and I respected it. Did I jock it? Did I want to be that? Absolutely not. I'm always going to be what I am, and I'm proud to be from Northern California. But at the end of the day, I could say I was proud the way them vatos from Southern California carried themselves, the way they handled their business, right? So I had a respect for them. In fact, my respect was planted, the seed was planted right then and there, and it grew. You know, you respect your opposition and your adversary, because you got to understand, if you don't, then they are not. You know, all this, hey, these guys are a punk, these guys are suckers, these guys are poop butts, then why are you even mentioning them? I've always said that. Why do you mention someone who doesn't pose a threat? That just makes you look weak. That's like preying on the weak or bullying the fucking people that can't defend themselves. If you feel they're not up to your standards or up to par with what you got going on, then what the fuck are you doing talking about them? That's how I feel. See, I don't feel that way. I know North and South rock. They handle their business. I've been incarcerated, several prison yards, the youth authority, several institutions, out of state, several prison yards. And I've seen the way it is. Okay, sometimes the numbers dictate the program, sometimes they don't. I've seen wars fought, I've seen battles fought, and I've participated in them. Okay, and at the end of the day, I can tell you I have nothing to show for them but battle scars, battle wounds, and a mente. That's it. And I choose the mente. And the mente is this, man. I respect everyone. Now, when it comes to rap music, I'm a big hip hop fan. And I know that people are disrespecting and these diss tracks are going back and forth. And I know it's content on YouTube and everyone wants to hear the drama and hear about it. Well, here's the drama. This is what I told the guy. The drama is you got a lot of guys that ain't the best rappers talking shit about each other being a worse rapper. When at the end of the day, none of them are on that level. You know, I'm not going to talk about their street credibility, you know, how much people they got pushing behind them, all the support. I respect that. I understand people are always going to choose what's closest to them or what they believe in. They turn a rap song into a gangbanging thing and they make it a theme for gangbanging. Okay, and at the end of the day, unless you've really been in guerra, real life, seen vatos get hit with pieces that come out their fucking side of their jaw, seen people's heads cracked, been in the hole struggling, striving, starving, and the only person that shoots you a sopa is a Southsider and you're from up north, then you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right? So I voiced all this to this guy, and he was like, well, I just see you not supporting Lefty because he's from the South. Well, I don't know how many videos I've done where I've supported Rowdy Rax. Conejo's one of my favorite rappers of all time. Young Dopey, Little One, Night Owl. So many Southern California rappers I've always talked highly of. Mr. Criminal until he started licking his lips and disrespecting me, right? I seen something there. I've always supported all Southern California rappers, so I don't know what this guy was trying to say. Anyways, we ended the conversation with, we agreed to disagree. And I was not going to sit there and explain myself to him why I support the South and the North. If you haven't realized that by now, I think I'm one of the most unbiased Chicano YouTube content creators there is on YouTube, period. That's why I'm putting this video out. So then someone else gets at me. And he goes straight for the gusto. And I believed that guy because of what he said about Lefty Gunplay, that he was from the Southern California area or an upstater or whatever. Whatever it was, he was of a Sureño fashion, a Southsider fashion. He felt like I was wearing too much red. He said, you're wearing too much red. I've always wore a lot of red. I wear a lot of blue too. You just don't see it all the time. I'm trying to wear green because that's the color I need, right? So, whatever the case may be, he tried to tell me to take my shirt off instead of put it on, which was new to me. So whatever, we agreed to disagree and whatever, right? So then I had another guy and I could tell he was of a different caliber. He was more of a seasoned caliber. And he explained to me how this shit is becoming tricky. It's becoming serious between these rappers, how it's spilling off into the streets, how if I promote the end of hostilities, if I'm behind that, then why am I choosing to speak on this? And I said, I'm a content creator, man. There's 100 other channels talking about the same shit. People want to hear our opinions on things and how we feel about it. And the only difference with me and them is I guess I'm a little bit more popular. I have a bigger channel, more subscribers, or more people tap in to hear what I got to say. Now, I'm not fucking trying to toot my own horn and say like I'm better than anyone else, because I'm not. I'm furthest from that. I have my flaws, right? I'm not active. I'm not in the streets like that. I'm not gangbanging, man. But I stay tapped in enough to know when good music is good music and when shitty music is shitty music. They said, well, you showed like you were choosing Lazy Boy's side over Lefty Gunplay. And I said, first of all, both those songs suck caca. They suck pipa. I'm going to tell you that right now. I didn't care for either one of them. I liked Lazy Boy's little way that he said the Bluebird on my show because it takes me back to the RBL days, who did it better than anyone else. Or even the old school one with Young Breeze, who I knocked out his 4 teeth, Ask Him in Merced, the rapper that said, there's a Bluebird on my shoulder. See, again, like I said, Lefty was taking other people's beats and other people's lyrics. Well, Lazy did the same thing. He took someone else's idea and flipped it. Okay, that song has already been done by a Norteño. It was done by a Norteño from Merced called Young Breeze, Perico. How do I know him? I know him quite personally. I knocked his whole fucking grill out at a club called Maloney's back in the days. Oh, you won't ask him? Ask him. He'll do this when he talks. True life. That was my active days, right? Really putting fingertips on people at that point. Now, I'm no longer affiliated or associated with that. I don't choose or pick. I just tell you guys straight up. So anyways, this guy threatened me. This guy said he wanted to fucking pull up, or I should pull up. And this is what it was. Hey, if you feeling some type of way about the homies, you should pull up. And I said, I ain't feeling no type of way about nobody. I'm just telling you the way it is, bro. You don't have to watch me. You can watch Go Find Bigfoot. You can watch Fresh and Fit. You can go watch Wes Watson slam shit up his asshole or talk about it. You can watch plenty of other channels, man. Go watch and see what Diddy's doing now, right? Go to one of his parties and stay for the after party. It's up to you. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be intimidated by someone, a cell soldier, someone who's bumping baking soda breath online, talking about pull up, pull up. How about this? How about you, sir? I know you're watching. How about you pull up? Why do I always have to waste my gas money? Shit, I take kids to school, bro. I ain't got much money. I can't worry about pulling up to someone because you're mad because I'm not supporting Lazy Boy. Here's the thing. I don't know that Vato. Okay? What I do know about him is he's a rapper from Soho, and I respect the city of San Jose to the fullest. That's a fact. I respect the Norteños and the upstate Southsiders from San Jose that are pushing their movement. That's a fact. I support the raza when they do the Cinco de Mayo cruises, the lowriders, all the clecha, all the canalismo. I support that. But you want me to support a rapper just because he's from Northern California? That I cannot do, buddy. That I cannot do. Right? In the same note, I'm having people saying, oh man, you're showing your true colors. Guess what my true colors are? They're brown. That's my true color right there. I'm brown. I'm not red or blue anymore. See, I don't color bang. I was never taught that. I was taught color banging was for Crips or Bloods. Okay? I'm not neither one of that. What I am is a non-active Norteño from Northern California that's going to tell it the way it is, man. And a lot of people don't like me because of that point. According to a lot of people on YouTube, I'm the #1 dropout on YouTube. I'm the biggest piece of shit walking, right? But what they don't realize is a lot of these guys that are pointing the fingers, they're worse than me. These guys are all bad, right? But I mean, I guess it's selective politicking. Anyways, I was warned I need to get off YouTube. I was warned if I'm not going to speak about the homies in a proper fashion or give them their respect. I think I've always respected everyone. I'm sure you guys will agree. Okay? And then in the same token, yeah, I laugh at your comedy shit, but stick to comedy, Holmes. That's what you're good at. You don't know nothing about this gang shit, right? So then I merely asked the guy, well, since you're doing all this training and everything, I'd like to know who's doing this. How old are you? I'm 21 years. Motherfucker, you just start drinking Pistol. Stop. Right? You're not old enough to know what it is. Motherfucker, my chorra is almost in girth and size your age. Stop it. Right? Tell your mom I say cubo. That's what's up. And I'm not disrespecting. I mean it. Tell her I say cubo because she's probably my age. Stop it, bro. Let it go. You're not going to threaten me and bully me off YouTube and disrespect me and tell me to pull up and that I'm a degenerate and that's why the Norteños want to get me. And no, the Norteño, you don't even, bro, you're not a Norteño yet. You haven't achieved that status. At 21 years old, bro, you're just another fish in the sea that's probably going to lock it up on day one. That's what most do, right? Here's my thing. I don't have no hatred for the North or the South, but he warned me. I've been warned, right? Hey, if you don't, you got to choose sides. You got to pick sides. You're either with the homies or you're against the homies. I'm with all the homies. See, guess what? When I was in Southern California, guess what the homies were? They were Sureños, Southsiders. When I was in Northern California, guess what the homies were? They were homies. They were Norteños. See, that word right there is used by everyone. It's a Mexican thing, bro. It's a brown thing. So this guy, he wants to send me little flicks of, oh, I got this and I got that. And I said, well, all I got is this, bro. My word. And as a man, bro, I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'm not going to switch up for nobody. I think plenty of people have tried and plenty of people have realized I don't. I changed up what I felt I needed to change up and stop speaking on certain prison politics and certain organizations, not out of fear, but out of respect. Okay? I was out of my comfort zone when I was doing it. I knew better. And there's a lot of people, you could say it, gun, stop being politically correct. It's already out there on YouTube. It's already out there on Instagram. It's already out there. It's out there, but I ain't out there like that. And it's not and I'm no longer doing that. So I can't speak on that. I'm going to tell my stories. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to react to what I react to. And I'm going to tell you straight up the way it is. I support North and South. How about that? And that's just what it's going to be. But anyways, yeah, so the Vato warned me, he's going to beat me up when he sees me. Well, here's the cool part about it. This guy ain't even from the West Coast. He's from the East Coast. Hey, Holmes, I'm XIV to eternity like your primo's chest. You know what I mean? And then he wants to talk all that high power shit, pull up, this, and that. And then later on say, hey, bro, but that shit is funny you be doing, right? And then put fucking con respect. Someone needs to teach this guy something, right? But I got warned though. So, I guess I'm going to change. Yeah, I'm not going to speak about rap music anymore because, I don't want to get beat up from my feet up. With that being said, man, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. Get everything that you want coming. And remember, at the end of the day, this ain't dry snitching. This is, and I ain't trying to disrespect the Vato, man, but I thought it was funny and I would bring it to the people's attention how it's gotten that serious over this fucking so-called rap beef that people are now threatening me about it because they're mad because I'm choosing one side or the other. Hey, I guess I'm not Southerner enough and I'm not Northerner enough. I don't know what I am. I'll tell you what I know I am, and that's brown enough. This is the gun. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I honestly and truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all the raza, Shout outs to Rico, Lazy Boy, Chito Ranas, Lefty Gunplay, Swifty Blizzoo. I heard he got spit in his face in Washington. Man, I sure wish I would have known about that concert. I'd have pulled up, man. I'd have backed your play, bro. I'd have brought you a garra and told you, hey, wipe it. This is the gun.